This week on Studio Dave, my image project is going to take us all the way back in time to Jurassic Park. Let's get to it.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
All right, folks, Jurassic Park has been one of my favorite movies since it came out. I had it on VHS back in the day. I've read the book multiple times, including last week. And I've seen all the films in the franchise, but the original Jurassic Park movie by far is one of the best dinosaur movies and really one of the better sci-fi movies out there. And it holds up even after all these years. It's one of the movies that helped invent the need for Photoshop. So it's right up my alley to create a miniature photo based in that world. So that's what this project for this week is going to be. I'm going to recreate that iconic scene in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex busts through its fence and causes all sorts of havoc with the cars and the kids and Dr. Grant and Malcolm and all those, that iconic scene. You know the scene. You know the scene.
Boy, do I hate being right all the time.
So I downloaded this model off gambody.com, hashtag not a sponsor, and it's a little too small. So let's see if I can combine some science and some magic to make this bigger. All right, let's paint the sucker up. Painted T-Rex. I stuck him on the base that came with the model simply because I need something to display him on. So I figured I'd paint it off and ready to go. The actual model's not attached yet, so I'll be able to take him off because the next part is to recreate this base in a much larger form so it'll fill out the camera frame. Right now this isn't going to do it for me, so I need to build out a camera frame. I have some plans for that. I'm going to take a base from another shop that I've created many years ago that's been sitting around my shop, but I'll reuse that base and recreate this fence, and then I'll have something that's fit for camera. So let's jump to it. There you go, one diorama finished and ready for camera. I think the scale works out really well. The fence is just slightly taller than the T-Rex, which is what you'd expect if you're trying to contain a T-Rex. The fence itself is just 3D printed I-beams with some actual just the raw filament used as the wires, and using a heat gun to melt things. And I think it melted in a very realistic way, and it really looks like the T-Rex has busted through this fence and is getting its thing on, which is very exciting. So the next step now is to take this thing over to my studio and add some lights and the camera, take some photos of this guy, and then send them into Photoshop. And so that's next. But before I go, just a quick plug. I wrote a book about all this toy photography stuff, miniature photography stuff, everything from ideation all the way through figuring out how to create these dioramas, how to select figures, and all the way to post-processing. And I wrote it down in this book, link in the description below. If you're interested, please buy it out. It'll help the channel and help me fund more of these projects. For now, let's head over to the camera and let's get our photon on. Let's go. So far, so good, but it needs something. Oh, I know. All right, so that's my final photo, and thanks very much for watching. I thought this project went really well. I'm very pleased with the image that came out of it, so I think job done. So next step for me, I'm not really sure. I haven't decided what my next project is going to be, but if you're interested in knowing what that project is going to be, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.